Hi, Larry.
Hi, honey.
How are you? I'd rather a hug. I mean, anytime a man brings me great shoes, oh yeah, we're gonna hug and kiss a little bit about that.
Okay.
The Me Too brand has been a favorite of mine even before it came to QVC. And I'll tell you what, this is a great slip-on. So we want to talk a little bit about function and fashion all in one. Here's your colors very quickly before we get going too far. This is a calf hair. Just read that as super expensive and very high quality, and a fabulous leopard, which I believe is my favorite color next to wine. Then we're gonna do a black, super dark, and then I wanna show you the navy right next to it because this is a deep inkwell navy, but be clear that yes, it is a navy. So in case you're wondering and you're thinking, I need a great navy shoe, which for some reason, I've had so much a hard time finding good navies this year.
And that's especially good, as you mentioned, showing it up against the black.
Yeah.
Because that's a really dark navy.
It is, it's a good navy, and we're all wearing the opaque tights, so if you
Yep.
grab the navies and the blacks, and anyway. So Larry, let's start from the beginning, because this shoe is, look at like the striations, the stripes of comfort and padding inside these things.
Well, first, we can begin there.
Okay.
So we add comfort to all the shoes that we make. And one of the first places we begin is in the insole of the shoe. And all of those tufts are filled with lots of memory foam. And it's a fabulous material.
It is.
Because it has rebound and it cradles your foot. And as you're walking, you're going to be more comfortable in memory foam because it's like a pillow.
Well, it's like the same stuff we sleep on.
Exactly.
So as the vice president of sales, you see a lot of shoes, you deal with a lot of women who are wanting to get that fashion, but we also have to take care of our feet. Talk to me a little bit about the design and the silhouette, because this is one that does get a little lift, but it reminds me of a ballerina flat.
Right, I like the lift because it's very uniform. So the front and the back actually almost have the same amount of lift. So we can call this a platform, but really the real term for it is a flat form.
A flat form.
Because you're elevated, but you're still flat.
I see. Okay, well that makes sense.
And it has volume to it, and I like that. And the bottom is really soft. It's a gel-like rubber.
Okay.
It's super flexible.
It is, and it's interesting because if you pack and travel or you wear what I call commuter shoes, look how tiny these go down into. But what's interesting, I mean, oftentimes if you wear commuter shoes, it's because they're too ugly to wear into work or they're not appropriate.
Right.
But these are completely appropriate and, dare I say, a little bit sexy with that deep V down here towards your toes.
So part of the fashion that's happening is that in shoes, things are more choked up and they're tighter to the ankle.
Okay.
And that's what we've done here with the elastic.
I
so
see.
The elastic is actually both design and function.
Okay.
The functional part about the elastic is shoes tend to slip off us as we move.
Yes.
And the biggest place they slip is in the
your
back of the heel. So the elastic keeps it on.
Nice.
The other thing the elastic does, especially when you have a shoe that has this big opening,
Yes, sir.
they tend to pucker. And so by elasticizing the top line, it holds it on the foot. So it's a dual purpose, and that's really good. So you need that. Let's talk about the toe shape.
Yes, let's do.
So that's completely new for fall. The toe is slightly more tapered. It's slightly sleeker, it's dressier, and you can really see it in these dark colors that we're holding. It's walled, and what I mean by the wall is that it's built up. And that really means you got more toe room. So you got more comfort, more places to wiggle your toes.
Right.
And
well, and especially if you're wearing hosiery because it gets cramped in there, and then you've got double cramped, which is not good. But when you see this, okay, how cute is Blair and that calf hair?
I love it with the tights.
Adorable.
I love it with the tights. I like it under the flares. And I'm glad both girls are wearing different outfits because, you know, the pants are getting bigger. That's what's happening with ready-to-wear. Shoes is an accessory. We follow what ready-to-wear is doing. And one of the things that ready-to-wear is doing is evolving in pants. They're getting bigger on the bottoms. We're going back to that 70s retro look.
Yes.
And you have to have more volume in the bottom of the shoes. Otherwise, they disappear.
I'm so glad we're talking about jeans when you say we're getting bigger in the bottoms. My word, Larry, you had me going there for a minute. I wasn't sure
I'm not
where
sure
you
where
were
we're
going.
but,
I wasn't sure where you were going. I was nodding and listening, but I'm grateful you finally said in the jeans. I'll tell you what, the Me Too brand truly has been a wonderful, wonderful partner here at QVC. If you've not had the privilege of trying them, this is a great pair to try. They're going to be on 2 easy payments. unless, of course, you're using your Q card. And if you use your Q card, you can purchase anything on 3 easy payments. So great way to try the brand out. We're going to do medium widths, whole and half sizes. Sizes 5.5 to 11 is what we have left at this point. But I like what you said. It's a flat form. So we've heard of platforms, we've heard of heels, we've heard of pumps, we've heard of flats. But this one really does give you a nice little lift, but it's almost a cushion, like a, I don't even know how to describe it, but you can see the buoyancy even here on the back when I'm pushing this in. I don't know if I can even get the right angle for you, but these have a lot of movement in them. And then, of course, you've got the tunnels of comfort here as well.
The tunnels, and I don't know if we can get a shot, but in the back of the heel, along with the tunnels, we have this big gel pad. That sits on top.
This one right here.
That sits on top of the memory foam, and that actually massages your heel as you walk.
Look at that. Do you see how it goes down and it takes a minute to come back because that's gel in there?
You're right.
Okay, that's pretty darn cool.
Right?
Here's your navy, and I'm going to put it right next to the black so that you can see that it is a different color. Navy is super dark. There's your black, and then of course your calf hair leopard. So that is actually a calf hair feel. I love that shoe.
These are real patent leather, and that's why they look so good. It's like looking under glass.
Ooh, I love
they
it.
Shine.
Hey, good to see you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Come back again soon.
I will. Thank you so much.
Hey, listen, if you want to play with us, it's our fall fashion footwear